Hello students, I am Pitambar Gadve. In previous video, we studied fundamentals of convection and how convection is classified. In that video, we classified convection in two groups. One is forced convection and another is natural convection or free convection. Convection is also classified into internal flow and external flow. So, convection is again classified. We can classify this convection depends on the fluid flow. So depends on fluid flow. It is classified as external flow as well as internal flow. External flow convection and internal flow convection. So here in this we will see flow over a flat plate, and flow over a flat plate, that is nothing but external flow. Means when fluid is flowing over the surface, then it is called as external flow. And when fluid is flowing through the surface, through the pipe or through the duct, then it is called as internal flow. So let us discuss flow over a flat plate, means external flow. And to understand flow over a flat plate, let us consider a flow over a flat plate. Let us consider this is a flat plate. Let us consider this is a flat plate. Okay. So let us consider this is a flat plate. And fluid is flowing over the flat plate as shown here. So fluid is flowing over a flat plate. Okay. And as fluid is flowing along the length of a flat plate, let us consider for example, turbine blades are also considered as a flat plate. Flow over a flat plate means fluid is flowing over the turbine blade, that is also approximated as a flow over a flat plate. Now let us consider this is called as leading edge, and along the length of a flat surface, along the length of a flat plates, let us consider x direction. From leading edge, let us consider towards right, it is x direction, and y direction is measured from the surface perpendicular to the x direction. Now as this fluid approaches, this is a fluid, as this fluid approaches in an x direction with uniform velocity of v meter per second. Let us consider the fluid approaches along the length of a flat plate with velocity v meter per second, which is practically equal to the free stream velocity. Now let us assume, or we can consider for simplification, we can consider this fluid consists of layers of a fluid on each other. Okay, and when velocity of a particle in a first layer, let us consider this is a first layer. So velocity of a particle in a first layer adjacent to the surface of a plate, the velocity of a fluid layer, first fluid layer, which is adjacent to the surface to the plate, when it comes in contact with the surface to the plate, this becomes zero. So velocity becomes zero because of no slip condition. Because of friction, this velocity of a first layer becomes zero due to no slip condition, and this first layer then slow down the motion of a adjacent layer. This slow down the motion of adjacent layer because of friction between these two layers, and it continues. Then this layer slow down the motion of a third layer, and it goes on or so on for up to next layer. Now thus the presence of this flat plate felt up to some certain distance, up to some next layer. Okay, and beyond that layer, up to certain distance, means this first layer slow down the next adjacent layer, this slow down next layer, this slow down next layer. So the presence of this flat plate felt up to some distance in a y direction, and beyond that distance there is no effect of this flat plate. There is no effect of this flat plate on velocity v meter per second. That means after certain distance this free stream velocity does not change or remains unchanged. As a result of this, the this velocity component u varies from 0. When y is 0, it is 0, and it varies in a y direction when y is equal to delta. This velocity varies. So as this velocity means this velocity becomes 0, then next layer it has some decreases the velocity, then next layer also decreases the velocity, next layer also decreases the velocity, it goes on decreasing. Okay, and after some distance, let us say that distance is delta in y direction. At some distance delta, after some distance delta, there is no any effect of this flat plate on the free stream velocity. So at this point we can say velocity is equal to 0.99% of main stream velocity v. So this is a delta. Okay, and where the region of a flow above this flat plate bounded by this delta is called as velocity boundary layer. So we can draw velocity boundary layer. So the region where this thickness delta bound the fluid flow is called as velocity boundary layer. This line is called as imaginary line, which is called as boundary layer, and where delta is called as velocity boundary layer thickness. And this is typically defined as velocity boundary layer thickness is defined as velocity boundary layer thickness is defined as distance of a y from the surface of a plate. Let us define this delta is velocity boundary layer thickness. So it is defined as distance in y direction from the surface of a plate to the velocity at a point where u is equal to 0.99 v. So it is defined as distance y from the surface of a plate at which u is equal to 0.99% of mainstream velocity, and this region is called as boundary layer region. This is called as velocity boundary layer. This region is called as boundary layer region. And the velocity are significantly changed in this region. In velocity boundary layer region, the velocity is significantly changes. So this is a velocity profile. It goes on changing. And the region where friction effects does not affect in or velocity remains unchanged, that is called as this region here. After this boundary layer, velocity boundary layer, beyond this velocity boundary layer, there is no any significant effect of friction as well as there is no change in velocity. This region is called as inviscid flow region. So we can say in inviscid flow region there is no any friction effect or velocity does not change due to a flat plate. And another region is boundary layer region where there is a significant effect of friction and velocity remains changed. Okay, so this is shown clearly by using this diagram. So let us consider this diagram. So this is upstream velocity with v. This is upstream velocity v. When it comes in contact with the surface of a plate, its velocity, that first layer becomes 0 and this velocity goes on increasing. And a point where that beyond that point, if there is no friction effect due to this flat surface, that is called as boundary layer, velocity boundary layer. And as we move along, this thickness of a velocity boundary layer goes on increasing. As we see, so this region is called as laminar boundary layer region. Then we have transition region. That means when fluid move along the x direction, its velocity boundary layer thickness goes on increasing, and finally it becomes turbulent. And in a turbulent region, this velocity profile shown here is called as fully developed velocity profile. This is laminar boundary layer region, this is transition region, and this is turbulent layer region. Now we will see flow over flat plate, and we will see thermal boundary layer, how thermal boundary layer is created on a flat surface. So we have seen velocity boundary layer develops when the fluid is flowing over the flat surface. As a result of fluid layer adjacent to the surface, assuming the surface temperature, some surface velocity that is equal to 0. Now see, in a similar manner we have to consider the thermal boundary layer develops. So let us consider this is a flat plate. Flat plate. Okay, and this flat plate is suppose at some temperature Ts, this surface of a plate is some temperature Ts, and let us consider a free stream velocity. Free stream fluid is flowing over the flat plate having temperature of T infinity. Let us consider its temperature is T infinity, and the fluid particle in a layer. So when fluid is flowing with having temperature T infinity, when fluid is flowing, the first layer of this fluid particle attains the temperature of a surface temperature. Then the fluid layer in adjacent layers to the surface will be reaching thermal equilibrium with the plate, and assuming the surface temperature, and its temperature goes on decreasing. The temperature of a fluid stream goes on decreasing as we move in a y direction. Okay, so as a result of this, the temperature profile will develop. So as a result of this temperature profile will develop. In the flow field that ranges from surface temperature Ts to the infinite temperature Tw, that is free stream temperature T infinity. So as this temperature goes on, this is called as temperature profile, and the layer where a point or layer where there is a significant effect of temperature change is called as thermal boundary layer, and this shows the thermal boundary layer where the temperature, surface temperature is equal to 0.99% of free stream temperature minus surface temperature. 0.99% of a free stream temperature is attained at this surface, and the region beyond this thermal boundary layer, this is called as thermal boundary layer, and beyond this thermal boundary layer region there is no significant effect of this plate. So this is called as thermal boundary layer, and this delta T is nothing but delta T is called as thermal boundary layer thickness, and we can define this thermal boundary layer thickness. So thermal boundary layer thickness is defined as thermal boundary layer thickness delta T, thermal boundary layer thickness delta T is defined as the distance from the surface. This is a distance from the surface in y direction, distance from this surface in a y direction at which the temperature difference T infinity minus Ts is equal to 0.99% of this is T minus Ts is equal to T infinity minus Ts. So this is all about thermal boundary layer, and this value of thermal boundary layer is analogous to the velocity boundary layer, which is equal to which is nothing but U is equal to 0.99% of V. So thickness of this thermal boundary layer also increases in a flow direction. So here we show the thickness of boundary layer is less as compared to this. Okay, so as we move along the flow, the thickness of thermal boundary layer is also increases. Thank you.